Chapter 2 was more of a formatting. So we mainly worked with the home tab there. So we used fonts, we used alignments, we used different number formats or data formats. We used styles, and we also used the page layout here, we used the theme. Notice that, for example, here, you see the colors? If you select a different theme, these colors will follow, will be different. So if you go to page layout and you select, let's say, in our assignment, we selected, what's it called? Save on, this one, okay? So this is a different theme that will apply to the whole workbook. But if you go to home and you see the colors, oh, you have different colors, okay? So we asked, I think, for turquoise. This one, you can see the description of the numbers of the colors. I don't know if you can see it from back there. But if you go over the color, you could see the name of that color. If you change the page layout, if you select something, let's say, more darker, you will see different colors there. Okay. Alignments, these might be like kind of like misleading. These are kind of like shortcuts. But if you want to see the full alignments options, you go there. These are different names here. Some of you didn't find the names. We asked you to change the format or the alignments. They have different names. I think we use this in the assignment. So it's kind of like easy for you to find. You can do the wrapping text. You can do the orientation here. You can change the direction. Also, you can do that from here. It's kind of like a shortcut for you. Merge center, we talked about this in the first chapter. The number formats, so these, let's say, you want these to look like a $sign, or maybe you want to add a euro sign to it. It doesn't have to be a $sign every time. You want it to be a percentage instead of a number. You want to increase or add more decimals. See that? Table format. Oh, these. You can configure a bunch of data as a table. So you select the whole table and you go and format as table. You have different themes to select from. Let's say this is a bright one. So once you click on that one, it will tell you this is the range that you selected, but are you using a table header? If you don't have a header here, you don't have to click on that one. So it will give it a name, column 1, column 2, column 3. But if you have a header, you have to select this one. So it will use these as the headers of these columns. And also add a function for you so you can sort the data. So you can sort from A to Z. You can include certain days in the view. So if you want to exclude Friday and Monday, let's say, if you click OK, your table will exclude these values. Let's bring that up again. If you say like you configure this as a table, but you didn't select you didn't have a header, let's say, so it will give it a name. It's going column 1, column 2, column 3. You don't want that to happen. Once you configure that as a table, you can click anywhere and you can see a new tab appearing, a design. So if you click somewhere else, you won't see that tab, it will disappear. If you click anywhere inside the table, so you can do some kind of like formatting, special formatting for this table. And that includes So we have a header row. You want to include a total row at the bottom. So you can include a total row down there. You want to banded the rows, so alternate the colors. This is like without alternating, this will alternate colors for rows and columns. Okay. And if you added the total down there, this is ready for you to pick. So it will just give you a drop-down list to select from. Let's say you want to add one here. You want to see the total prices, or let's say you have to see the average price. So you go and select average. It will just average the numbers for you. So this is the average for all these functions, for all these values. Sorry. Okay. A conditional format. I think most of you found this very useful, right? Like something new. So if you want the color or the format to change based on conditions, if this happens, do this, okay? So let's say you want to see if these values are greater than 50, change the color. So you go to conditional formatting there, and you want to highlight cells rows and greater than. There are many options there. You can go and discover them based on your needs. But if you say, let's put a number 50 there. And I'm going to use the default. One of the options here, I'm going to make it green. I'll click OK. So any value that above 50 will turn to green. Any values less than 50 will stay same format. And you can go back and change and edit. Oh, sorry. You can go back here and you clear all the rules. Or you can manage the rules. So if you did this many times in several places in one worksheet, you can go there and edit. Okay, this is the one that we created. We can delete it. We can edit it. We can create new ones here. If you click edit, you can go to a more of a advanced option. You can just simply delete the row. I'll back to where it was. Okay. Functions and formulas. We're going to talk more about formulas. Oh, I have a bad resolution here. Come on, seriously? A formula is just using regular operations, plus, minus, subtract, division. These are called formulas. So you can subtract any cell from any cell, all right? It doesn't make sense if you subtract text, but you can subtract dates, okay? So you could say, I don't know, if you have two cells that format as dates, let's say these two cells are formatted as dates. And you added 2 dates there. You want to see what's the difference between these 2 dates. You could say, like that. You started with equal sign. So you put equal, then it comes either a function or a formula. We're using a formula here. So I want the difference between this date and this date. Click enter. There's a 22 days difference between the 2 dates. This is called formula. A function is more of a built-in application. So if you go there and you select, for example, you want to sum values. So you want to sum, this is the name of the function. Then you have to add arguments inside. I want the sum of these values. There. Okay? You click enter. This happens because it's formatted as a table. It will do some weird things for you, but I don't want to do that. Just want to. If you undo the change, because you do two things at the same time, you do what you asked, and it also do, because this is a daily total, it's understand it as a daily total, so we'll add everything to you here. But this is the sum of all these functions. So if you click here, this function will sum up these values, and you can change the values from here. So this is a range. And this is kind of like the end of chapter 2. I'm gonna stop the recording.